Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Shaleia.
And we're authors of the book Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover, and the eCourse, Twin Flames, Dreams Coming True. And today we're going to be talking about the Twin Flames runner and chaser dynamic. Now, so many people have experienced their twin flames running, or are running from their union. And we wanted to really give this topic justice to help you, because we know it's so painful to have someone that you love running away from you. I experienced this in my false twin flame union, but with Shaleia, I worked through that so that Shaleia couldn't possibly run away from me. So we're going to show you through the mirror exercise, which we show you in our book and our course, how you can heal this dynamic once and for all.
Yes, in a nutshell, if you're experiencing the runner and chaser dynamic, it's because somewhere inside of yourself, you're running away from yourself.
Whoa, pause. Somewhere inside yourself, you're running away from yourself? How can I run away from me? I'm right here.
Oh yes, you tell me. Because you're only ever having an inner experience. There is no out there. That's the illusion, that's the lie. Everything is a direct result of what it is that you're thinking and feeling and experiencing inside of yourself. So we'll take you through the mirror exercise, which explains to you just how to move through this. You don't necessarily need to go into the Y's and O's and E's. Buddha said, if there's a thorn in your side, just pull it out. Don't look at it, don't talk about it, don't wonder how it got there. Just pull the thorn out and move forward.
So if you need additional help with this, we've got the links below to our eCourse and to our book, so you can go far more in depth than we could possibly take you in a single YouTube video. So the first step of the mirror exercise is to state the problem that you're having, state your upset. And the upset is, I'm upset with my twin flame because they're running from me. Write that down, just one sentence. Pull out a piece of paper, a Word document. If you need to pause the video, do it. I'm upset with my twin flame because they're running from me.
You want to keep this step as clear and succinct as possible. You don't want to have like a paragraph. Really, only 1 to 3 sentences are ever very appropriate for this step. And make sure that you're really getting to the core, not don't get off into like, oh, he called me names or she called me names, whatever. Just keep it very clear and very straightforward. Go straight to the core, okay?
And one issue at a time. We're just dealing with the running.
Exactly.
We're not dealing with the bad names or any other thing. Just the running for right now.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So in the second step, you're going to turn all the nouns in the first step into pronouns. So
and then point them to yourself.
That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to write, I'm upset with myself because I'm running away from myself. And that leads you directly, and you may find like, oh my gosh, is that true? Well, this leads us into the third step. Is this true? And this is where I take my most time when I do the mirror exercise, and I still do the mirror exercise today, so does Jeff. This is a critical tool in our tool belt that we use to maintain a harmonious union, is to really go within and ask yourself, is there any truth to this? The fact is that there has to be truth to it if you are experiencing it in your physical reality. If you weren't running away from anything inside of yourself, then how could you possibly experience that in your external world, in the external activities? It's impossible.
And it's not fragmented. You can't like run away from one part of your life and experience some other parts, and experience your twin flame running away from you, right? Like your twin flame is running from you, not because they don't like you or they're afraid of you or whatever it may be. They're running from you because they're mirroring in you something you're running from in yourself that's so painful and so essential that the only thing that they can do to mirror that is to run away from you.
And even though it may not feel like your twin flame loves you, the fact is that they love you very, very much. You were created together in an instant on the exact same blueprint. You were designed to be together. So the fact is that even though it may not seem like they're being very loving towards you, they are loving you by helping you to love yourself in the areas where you are not loving yourself.
Beautiful. So that brings us to step 4. After you've determined that there may be just an eensy-weensy little bit of truth to I'm running from myself.
Finding where you're running from yourself in your life.
Once you've found that maybe there's a little truth to that, then you identify that part of yourself, which is running from yourself. You go, close your eyes. You can do this right now with us. Close your eyes, go within. Talk to that part of yourself. You don't need to ask them why. You don't need to say what. You don't need to try to do anything. You don't need to argue with them. You just identify them. You've identified them within yourself, and you're there aware of them. You're like, hey, and it might be like, hey, or it might do some stuff. You ask it one question. This is essential. You ask it, what do you need to feel loved right now? Ask it that. Go ahead and ask in your mind's eye, ask that part of yourself, and listen. What does that part of yourself say in response? And it's going to tell you something, and you listen, and then you do that, and you give it to them right now. If they're like, I want you to go get my twin flame and bring them back right now, or I want you to go get our twin flame and get them to stop running. Yeah. So give them that love inside yourself right now. Give them your twin flame with you. If that's what it says, do that. Imagine that. You don't need to go outside and do anything. This is an entirely internal experience, an entirely internal healing thing. So give that part of yourself that love. Maybe it says, I just need you to tell me you love me and give me a hug. That's probably the most frequent one I hear when I'm doing this work. What
I'm getting is that most people, when they're experiencing the runner and chaser dynamic, it's because they're really running they're running from loving themselves in some way. That's what that's the core of what it really comes down to, is where in your life are you running from loving yourself? And when you speak to that part of yourself that is running away from yourself and choosing not to love yourself, you need to sit down and really have a conversation with that part of yourself, and to focus on your wholeness, because you are a perfectly whole, healed, divine being now. That's the truth of your reality in this moment while you're sitting in this chair or wherever that you are perfectly whole, you are perfectly healed exactly as you are. But where you focus your attention can create feelings that you are not whole, and that's the lie. So when you're talking to that part of yourself, really bring it in and integrate it into yourself, however that feels good to you. Usually I imagine myself hugging and loving, and I see that part of myself merging into my heart, and I take a deep breath and I integrate that energy, and I kind of create a like a solid container so that none of my love leaks out.
So once they're fully melted into you, you can do something else if you're having trouble, right? If you're having trouble, imagine a white light in your heart and amplify the love as they melt into you. That part of you melts into you, merge into one being, and say, I command this love to double, to triple, to multiply itself by 1,000,000 times 10 million. The answer is always more love. So give yourself more love, allow that to melt into yourself. And then, as you've done this, you're complete with it.
Yeah, listen to the wisdom in your heart, because the wisdom in your heart is going to tell you exactly what it is that you need to do or say or take action upon in the area of loving yourself, so that you are no longer running away from yourself and experiencing this runner-chaser dynamic in your union, and you can move quickly into harmony again.
This is not a stage. Running is not a stage in your twin flame union. You don't need to, wait it out or work through it. You just heal that part of yourself that they're reflecting, and then suddenly you're really going to realize, whoa, that person was definitely not my twin flame at all. They were just helping me along my path, or
they were helping you into your twin flame union, which you have to thank them for on a soul level.
Or that person really is your twin flame. They're going to stop running from you. If they're still running, do the mirror exercise again. There may be many different upsets that you need to heal.
Because when
you're running from yourself.
When you know in your heart of hearts, when you know that you're not running from yourself, then you can't experience your twin flame running from you. And if that person that you believe to be your twin flame is running from you, even though in your heart you know, I'm not running from myself. I love myself in all these ways, in all these areas. I know I'm complete and whole into my love. Then you know that person is probably not your twin flame, and they're just vibrating out of your reality to make way for your true twin flame to come into your life.
So thank you so much for joining us in this video. We're going to add 2 links to this video below. First, to our book. The first 10 pages are free, Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover. And second, to our eCourse, Twin Flames Dreams Coming True. The first 4 lessons are free to view. So please like, share, and subscribe, and we've got a lot more videos for you to come.